Alright, so we're going to start out in this lesson about slope-intercept by defining that the slope-intercept form of a linear equation is given by the formula y equals mx plus b. Okay, y equals mx plus b. And in this formula, m is going to represent our slope, and b would represent our y-intercept. Okay. And hopefully at this point we've already talked about slope and we understand what slope is. Let's talk about the y-intercept very quickly. So if we have this line here, the y-intercept is going to be where it crosses the y-axis. So in this particular case, our y-intercept is right there, and it's going to be the ordered pair 0, 5. Okay. So, and then if we wanted to figure out the slope, we would need to find another point where it crosses, maybe right there. And then we could do rise over run, or we could use the order pairs to actually calculate the slope. All right. But again, we've already talked about slope. All right. So in these two examples down here, what we want to do is we want to give the slope and the y-intercept from an equation. Okay. So in order to give the slope and the y-intercept, we need the equation in slope-intercept form. So we need it in y equals mx plus b form, which in this one you can see it's not in that form. So what we need to do is we need to get it so that we have y by itself. We're going to start out by subtracting 2x from both sides. Okay. I'm going to draw in the river. We're going to work on opposite sides of the river. Make sure you bring down the negative 3y. Negative 3y equals negative 2x plus 7. The next step in solving for y is to divide everything by negative 3. Okay? And we could put everything on the right side under, put negative 3 under everything on the right side just one time, but then we're going to end up separating it anyway. So we'll just go ahead and separate it now. So when you cancel things out, you're left with y equals positive 2/3 x minus 7/3. So if we're identifying, we're giving the slope and the y-intercept. The slope is going to be 2/3, and the y-intercept, which is b, would be negative 7/3. Take a look at problem b. For problem b, it's a lot easier because it's already been solved for y. So this is going to be y equals mx plus b. So our slope would be 1/4. Our y-intercept would be negative 7. Okay? And don't forget that your y-intercept can be written as an ordered pair, such as this one, 0, negative 7. But scroll down and let's take a look at C through F here. All right, and we're being asked to write the equation, write the slope-intercept form equation given the slope and the y-intercept. And not all of these are slope and y-intercept, but we should still be able to write the equations. All right. So this is going to be y equals mx plus b. We're given the m, we're given the b. So we're just going to substitute in. This would be y equals 1/4 x, and this would be minus 3. Okay. We take that negative 3, and we plug it in there. And instead of writing plus negative 3, we can just go ahead and write minus 3. Okay, in this equation, in this particular example, example D, we've got a slope of 0. And then as soon as we see a slope of 0, we should know that we have a horizontal line. Okay? And if we have a horizontal line, be 1, 2, 3. Right, that's negative 3. The y-intercept is negative 3, so that means it's going to cross the y-axis there, right? So if it's a horizontal line, it's going across there. And no matter what point we pick, what's the y value going to be? Well, in this case, the y value will always be negative 3. Okay? So anytime we have a horizontal line, it is y equals. Okay? All right, let's take a look at example E. Again, we're back to y equals mx plus b. So therefore, m goes there, b goes there. And we have y equals negative 2x plus 4. take a look at F. F is another special case. As soon as we see the word undefined, undefined means that we have a vertical line. And for this one, I'm actually going to get a graph up here so that we can look at this a little bit better. Alright, let's go ahead and pull this down. I know we go through the order pair 3, 2, so I'm going to go ahead and put a point there, 3, 2. And we said it was a vertical line, so we're going to have the vertical line that goes through that order pair 3, 2. So we go there, right? And since no matter what order pair we pick, that's 3, 2, that's 3, 3. We go up here, that would be 3, 9. And we come down here, that would be 3, negative 6. Okay, no matter what, the x value is always the same. So anytime we have a vertical line, it's going to be given by the equation x equals. And what is the common x value in all of these? That would be 3. Alright, let's take a look at the next example. We're supposed to write an equation in slope-intercept form using this graph. So the first thing that we need to establish is that we're looking for mx plus b. So we need the slope and the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, which that would be right there, 0, 4. So we're going to have plus 4. And we're going to have some number x. All right. What we need to do is we need to figure out the slope. Okay. In order to figure out the slope, we're going to look for another ordered pair that's recognizable, and that would be that ordered pair. All right. Once we've got that ordered pair labeled, we can do one of two things. We can either use the slope formula, or what we could do is we could just do the rise over run. Okay. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead, since we've got our graph already here. Let's do rise over run. That would be going down 3, right 2. So my slope is going to be negative 3 halves. And that would be the slope-intercept form for that particular graph. Now the next problem, what we're given is 2 points, and we need to write the equation in slope-intercept form. So we need the slope and we need the y-intercept. Okay. There's two different ways. I'm going to use the way that uses the point slope form, and I'll talk to you about using the slope intercept form in another video. Alright, but we're going to focus on this. So we need to establish the slope first, which is going to be given by the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's go ahead and label this. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. So that'd be 5 minus 8 over negative 2 minus 4. Which would be negative 3 over negative 6, which simplifies to 1/2. So then we're going to use point slope. Which is y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. Okay. I'm going to choose one of the points. Okay. I'm going to choose 4, 8. So that means I'm going to have y minus 8 equals x minus 4. And then we need to use our slope, which our slope was 1/2. Now we're supposed to be getting this in slope-intercept form, which means we're going to solve it for y. So in order to solve it for y, what I'm going to do first is distribute. Okay, 1/2 times negative 4 is negative 2. And then if I'm solving this for y, I'm going to add 8. So this would be y equals 1/2 x plus 6. And that's our answer. Alright, last two problems here. The first problem, we're supposed to graph the following equation. We need the slope, which is negative 3/4, and we need the y-intercept, which is 2. That also tells me it's at 0, 2. I go to the graph, and at the y-intercept, of 2, I'm going to put a point. Let me use the slope negative 3/4 to plot some more points. Okay? So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. Okay. And if I want this to be negative 3/4, then I'm going to have to go over 4. Put a point right there. Okay. I could also go down 3 and go right 4. Okay. Put a point there. And that helps me, instead of having just 2 points, 3 points, we'll make it so that I'm a little bit more accurate with my graph. Alright, so there's the graph of that, and we can erase that. We didn't need that or that. And there is the graph of the equation y equals negative 3/4 x plus 2. Alright, and the last problem we're going to look at is a little bit of a word problem, an application type problem. It says a computer repair company charges $25 for a diagnostic check and $30 per hour for repairs. Write an equation in slope-intercept form that represents this relationship. Okay, so the key word in there in that problem is the $30 per hour. Okay, anytime we see the words per, okay, we should automatically be thinking of slope. Okay, so in this equation, y equals mx plus b, 30x plus, then what's the y-intercept going to be? The y-intercept is like a flat fee. It's something that we're going to get charged no matter what. And in this case, that $25 is a diagnostic fee. Okay. Now, a couple of things that we didn't talk about with this particular problem is what do the y and the x represent? Okay. So in this case, our x would be representing the number of hours spent on repairs. And then our y would represent the total cost. Alright, and there's your lesson on slope-intercept form. Remember, you can always go back and review this, rewind, pause as you need to. Thank you.